Oshi が演技10年やってようが知ったこっちゃねえ。この1分は誰にも負けねえぞ。
I've recently been catching up with Oshi no Ko Season 2. Having read the manga previously, and being up to date with it releasing, I for some reason held off on actually watching the damn thing. And well, was that a mistake? Episode 6 of Oshi no Ko's second season has far and away one of the best, most imaginative and smart scenes I've seen in an anime to date, intertwining meta context and purpose to tell a gripping story and character arc. There's a chance you're watching this without watching the show first, so I'd highly recommend catching up first, and then, by that point, albeit having probably forgotten about this video, then watching actual videos on it. You'll see what I'm talking about. For all those still here, Melt is one of, if not my favourite characters in this series, written to a T by someone who knows the industry and the people within it. He's the pretty face with lacking talent, having collaborated with Aqua and Arima on previous projects. We never really saw much of him beyond this though, with this episode largely needing to characterise him first and give a payoff to his character arc, which it does with flying colours. Melt's role in the play is of a gutsy, Magna-type character who joins with the main characters of Tokyo Blade, loses to a henchman, and comes back in the end for a rematch with him. That's the basic outline of his character at least. It's the context surrounding his role and his character though that actually make it really special. In the series itself, Melt is known at this point for being a letdown, particularly to Yoriko Kichijoji, the creator of a manga that he butchered the adaptation of. And, best believe, she makes it known how much she disdains him for this, even voicing her criticisms during the show to the mangaka. And when Melt takes the stage, the room is flushed with pessimism, questioning why the casting director even hired him. The fight scene begins, and Kamoshida berates him under his breath, having already gotten a tense relationship with him over a situation involving girls and his lacking talent compared to him. Literally everything that could be against Melt is against him, though it's here where we see something special. We see a conversation between Melt and Aqua, with Aqua detailing how the best time to capture an audience is to do it when their guard is down, or when they're having doubts. Melt agrees, but due to his lacking talent can't come to an immediate conclusion on how to implement this. Here, the words from Aqua, "master a single thing," are really touching. It shows that no matter the situation you're in, by honing your skill in one area, the remaining pieces will fall into place in some form. Also, the attention paid to capturing the audience when they least expect it is ingenious, due to how it's implemented going forward in this episode. Melt takes it upon himself to completely master the choreography of the scene, accepting his acting isn't great and instead developing the skills that he can to make up for it. In a flurry, identical to that of the source material, he captures the attention of the mangaka herself, who is apprehensive enough as is towards him due to her friend. We also see internal thoughts from Melt and his previous performances. He wishes that if he just gave it his all from the beginning, it would have been a better finished product and performance. When researching, he begins to break down after realising the similarities between himself and the character he's playing, how he would get knocked down and still have the nerve to plaster his face with anxiety and worry. But it's all of this that collates together to allow him to dominate the 1 minute that he can. It's here that we see one of the most beautiful and thematic pieces of animation and visual storytelling that I've ever seen in an anime. This is all made better by the fact that it's referenced within the episode itself. The side character that most people probably didn't have too much investment in catches the audience's attention. In this case, the actual viewers, when they least expect it. In another sense, this is effective as none of this sequence was in the manga, and as a manga reader, I definitely didn't expect this. Though, analysing what's on show here is what I really wanted to do, as it's a really incredible piece. The sequence starts with Melt, content with his life in stardom, just happy to see his attractive face plastered on the neon screens of what appears to be Shibuya or Shinjuku. He's popular in his class, with girls queuing up to get a chance with him, though he declines their advances. This also spreads to social media, with comments praising him and his appearance littering his feed. He's overall content. We then see a vibrant and dynamic array of colours, painting Melt's idea of stardom. Tall buildings, fancy outfits, short-term fun, a perfect life. We see this visage fall into a small star-like object, likely representing this ideal reality of stardom. Melt himself is shown to be chasing this desperately, practicing as much as he can, trying as hard as he can, though it was still out of reach. As other stars go shooting past him, this is the one concept that he is chasing, always seeming so far away. The journey we see Melt embark on is one where he is displayed as a shifting neon array, not keeping any standard shape or purpose, yet carrying on after this vague idealism. Tall buildings surround him, encasing him in what he's doing. This is, until he finds this role, the blood, sweat and tears he put in birthing him anew, morphing into who he is now. He exclaims how he will never lose to anybody again, now facing his right, the opposite of his path in which he lost himself, further showing his found purpose. Water washes over him and he looks content, despite the loss his character faced. Melt, gain something much greater. The audience applauds, everyone shocked at his display, though the one who is most moved is the one who doubted Melt the most. Kichijoji covers her face as tears well up in her eyes, her expression acknowledging that the boy she thought was doomed to fail, being nothing but looks, has in fact found his place. As his co-stars take the stage, a small smile spreads across his face. This is all set to a cinematic, twinkling and vibrant score, which is both melancholic, moving, and also motivating, with vocals hitting in and out, booming strings and instrumentals playing over. It really adds to the actual visuals on screen. The twinkling effect used reminding me of something from A Silent Voice, which, if your product is reminding me of that movie, then you're doing something right. This scene was just incredible, and more people need to watch Oshi no Ko Season 2. I mean, if this doesn't do it, and you've watched this far whilst not watching the season, I really hope that this changes your mind. But for everyone, thank you very much for watching this video. And for those very few that are wondering, I am planning to post a few shorter videos like this one and the Shinjuku Showdown video I posted last week to pad time before I do post a longer form video, similarly to the Pum Pum video I posted out not too long ago. I hope you all look forward to it.